Welcome to the Heron Heads podcast, your first stop for all things Inter Miami. I am Chris. I am joined by David and Jose. Julio is out today. He's dealing with some other stuff there. But we
Just
do
say
have
it.
great news today. It's a huge win. We
AC
finally
problem.
saw, we finally saw a nice win. No butt clutching, none of that going on today for Inter Miami. So before we get going, just want to give a quick shout out to our Chief Heron Heads, Mighty V, and Dragon Lord. We appreciate your support. Thank you very much. If anyone else would like to support, we do have our Patreon link below. Just check it out. We also have a few other links, social medias, merch store, all of that good stuff down there. Go ahead, check it out. Support us. If you can't support us in that way, just go ahead and like, and subscribe this video, and we will truly appreciate that. So, without further ado, guys, 4-0 against NYCFC, a team that is not to be messed with, to be honest. They're at the top of the board, on top of the table right now. So how are you guys feeling after that big one?
Yeah, it's a team that's we have a pretty soft schedule with our next few games, and this was like the one team that really stood out as somebody who could be a problem, as well as a team that we historically have not done well playing over there in New York. You got a really bad weather game, and you have Suarez coming back from his suspension. There's a lot of question marks going around in this one, and it feels so good to, like you said, to have a non-butt clenching win. Like, not only do you score 4 goals, but you get a rare clean sheet. The defense played relatively sound. You got a couple of lucky assists from the post and from a couple shots that went right at Ustadi.
Yeah.
But sometimes you got to be lucky, like the old saying, it's better to be lucky than good. Well, it's about time we get a little luck on defense, and it feels really, really good to get a clean sheet, get a 4 goal game. We're always so close to getting a Messi hat trick. He's
I
the
know.
brace man, like they call him. But yeah, really, really good match. And I think the what really stuck out to me right from the get go was that starting lineup where we
Mm-hmm.
get both of the young guys in. You get Silvetti and Baltasar on the flanks. So that was a really cool wrinkle, and I actually liked what I saw from the interplay in the first half between those guys.
Yeah. Freaking amazing, right? And can we keep doing that? Just that exactly what you just said, Dave. Like, that's one of those things that, like, we've obviously clamored for. Like, it's like uh we've been missing a lot of that action, right? Well, just from what those young guys brought today, we haven't been getting for I don't know how long already. Even last year, I don't know if we had this level of injection with Gomez and right. Like, I don't.
It's different. It's always hard to compare Gomez to anything that we've had in
Right.
this one, because Gomez was like this true box to box that you never doubted his hustle and his grind. But towards the end of last season, he just turned it on offensively, where he was able to really make an impact on that end. But these guys are not that. Like, it's very hard to compare it. And Gomez, his brand is just so different. And by the way, hats off to Gomez for getting 4 goals for Brighton against I think it was Lincoln City. So not great competition in the Carabao Cup, but awesome representation of Inter Miami's talent evaluation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I mean, speaking of the starting lineup, all these young guys, you just felt, at least to me, I felt their presence. I felt the youth. Obviously, they're not. There's nothing too pacey about them by any means, but you do see that, just that movement in the attack with these younger guys. Like you said, David, the interplay was definitely there. But I just saw some life in the attack today. We weren't so bogged down on defense. I feel like we weren't just sitting back a lot. They were really pushing up through most of the match. Our defense did get bailed out a few times. There were probably 3 shots that probably should have gone in all match. But hey, we still would have won 4-3, so whatever.
Exactly. No harm, no foul.
Yeah,
And you
exactly.
know what? We left some points on the field too. You got
Yeah.
your standard Allende mess up
Yeah.
towards the end of there, where he didn't, just popped it over the goal when
Yeah.
Messi should have had another assist. But I mean, it is what it is. You can't take anything negative away from this game. It's going to be fun to figure out who the least. I mean, I have a general idea who I have for least of the match, but I mean, everybody overall played pretty well in this one. And again, it's hard to not mention Messi. Like I know we do it every single game, but today it's another one where he's playing in a suboptimal pitch. Granted, it is grass, but you see that terrible patchwork grass over the
Mhm.
field there in City Field where the Mets play, and
multiple
saw,
people,
saw guys
multiple people falling over. It was,
sleeping everywhere.
dude, that was ridiculous, man. That was ridiculous. I don't understand how that's allowed.
I
Like
don't know
it
how they
wasn't
do it,
just
but
our players. It wasn't just our players. It was their players too. It was just slip and slide.
It was
My
raining
son
as
was so
well.
jealous.
So
My son was watching that. He was like, "Wow, I want to jump on that. It's so slippery." I'm like, I know, I get it, but I don't want
I don't know how they
Messi
do it
slipping
'cause
on that.
I feel like the Mets must have played there recently, right? I don't know what the schedule looks like, but to
They
be able to
played
just to be able to just lay some grass like that so quickly and call it
ridiculous.
a pitch is kind of
they've been
crazy.
on a road
Yeah,
trip. The Mets have been on a road trip, so I think they've been
Yeah,
out
but
west.
like think about, obviously this isn't the grass from your house, right? But think about when you lay patches of grass out in your yard.
That's what I'm saying. It
Like
looked
it's
decent for
nasty.
what it was. For like,
yeah.
if you know what a baseball field is, and a very used baseball field, we use it all the time. For them to put the grass like that, it is impressive. It still looks like garbage. It looks like garbage because
Terrible.
it's
It's
garbage.
terrible.
But it's like wow compared to some of the
It
things that
just
we've
looks
seen.
like it, but like that's stupid.
I mean, at least it wasn't like the Dolphins when the Dolphins would play, and
Well,
then
Just
they
clay.
would just play on the
now,
clay.
Dave, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think there is a pitch in MLS. Okay, the artificial turf ones are pretty bad, right? If we're gonna rate them, this was probably the worst I've seen though. As far as player safety, this was
No,
pretty
no, no,
bad,
no,
man.
no, no. We've seen some bad pitches before.
Oh, we saw that turf. Remember that time that the turf was kind of lifting up? I forgot which one it was.
Yeah,
That was
that
pretty
artificial
terrible.
turf in general is just garbage.
I
But
thought
And
that it was
we've played on some
pretty
grass
bad.
fields that have looked
yeah.
pretty bad too. So that's what I'm saying. Like these, and it's been a long time. They're professionals. They're used to playing on the best of the best. But let's not pretend like these guys didn't grow up playing on the street. Like a lot of these guys played in really
Barefoot.
really bad conditions as well. So like they
This is
no like kids on the street. Like we played stickball growing up. Like people play in all kinds of conditions, and these guys are the best. Like notice I didn't see Messi fall once. Thank God. But
Yeah.
everybody else, like the younger guys, they got to know how to control their body a little bit better. But yeah, I mean it's the same conditions for both teams, so I don't want to put any like credence on that. But no, I mean the field conditions aside, fun match. First half was
Yeah.
1-0, but man, the fireworks really turned up on that second half, and man, you just love to see it. You just love to see that many goals.
Yeah, even when we were 1-0, I still feel like we had control of the match for the most part. I didn't feel too bad. Like we said, they had a couple missed chances, but I still feel like we had control most of the match because of what we were saying, that the attack was pretty strong and they were pushing forward a lot. The young guys were super active, so I think all of that helped, that feeling, you know. So I mean, let's talk about that first goal. That was first goal was Baltasar Rodriguez. I
Mhm.
mean, the interplay, Busi got it, pass it to Messi. Messi hit a beautiful lead pass to Baltasar Rodriguez, that he was just able to beat the defenders. They weren't able to catch up to him, and he hit an easy shot, I think, to the right hand of the goalie, if I'm not mistaken. But man, it was perfect. It was like if the Red Sea just parted open, and it was just a perfect line of passing. But
It was a nice finish from him. It's something that we've seen Allende kind of botch because he did have to take some touches. He had to run with it, but it's so nice to see that type of
that
finish.
that play. Just so you know, like that's why I don't know what y'all was talking about. I was watching the game the whole time because I was with my father-in-law, and we're like literally enjoying the game because I was able to see it from the lens of he doesn't have Apple TV, right? So he was just watching Messi, like almost like he's like, I know I've never really seen him in Inter Miami because I don't have Apple TV, whatever. And he was in awe with that pass. He's like, it's like in our world, like we use more our hands. He's like, it looks like that was naturally just his hands just
Yeah, like he
passing
placed
it
it there.
over, and
Yeah, yeah.
it was a perfect pace, and it was just enough to slow down almost for Allende. If Allende heavy touched that, Dave, it's because he's an ass, right? Like he's just ass, and there's nothing. Like it was just so perfectly placed right in front of him. So it would have just like gently, if he just gently tapped it, he wouldn't have, nothing would have happened. You know what I'm saying? Now,
No,
there's another one.
that goal last match by Allende, that was like he had no choice. It was
No,
he
right?
had to do
No, that was a
nothing with
bank
it.
shot.
He
That
had to
was,
do nothing with it. He
yeah.
ran that ball was so
But
perfect.
today he had to do something. He had to touch it, but it was what I'm saying. It
No,
was
but
such
it
a
was
gently
Baltazar. It was Baltazar. It wasn't Allende.
about this. Okay, about
Yeah.
the one that was right up the middle. that it was a scene that Messi hit it right up the middle,
Yeah,
right through the
Sabatas
middle.
goal.
Okay, so that one was the one that he was watching. He was like, it was so beautiful. Just the
It's
pass,
unfair. It's unfair when you see what
yeah.
Messi does because nobody else in the MLS is doing or can do what Messi does. It's just beautiful.
And then Mick is bringing up. I don't know if it's the same one that he's talking about that
was later.
Later that he perfectly hit it over like the back line, and I think
Mm-hmm.
it was Allende, and then it was definitely Allende because he hit it, and it was just like he hit it so hard. And it's like,
right over the goal.
Why? Like, why'd you have to hit it that hard?
That's his touch. He has, like, people say it in the Discord all the time. The guy has cement shoes. It's
My lord, dude.
that's why he's not starting today. Like just like we saw, it took a while to get Chelo out of the starting lineup. I'm hoping that we're starting to see that transition of Allende out of the starting lineup. I do think he offers something off the bench. Like today, everybody's tired.
Yeah.
Bring Allende off and just
He's
run
fast.
your face off. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, you lose so many opportunities throughout the game with those types of touches, and we can see that
And-
Baltasar and even Silvetti had some nice opportunities where he obviously didn't convert, but he put them on frame. Like that's half the battle. Just put the ball on frame.
Yeah, because it extends the play a little bit more, rather than if it just trickles out. Like whenever Allende sails it over everything. It's
an end of possession.
It's a rally killer. It's just like
It's the end of the attack. That's what we've seen.
I'm curious to see what Mascherano would do because obviously Allende came in, we were up 3-0, whatever it was. I'm curious what he would do if it was actually a close match because I noticed when Allende came in, the attack wasn't the same, and then obviously we saw the flub on that play. So
right.
Would Mascherano really trust him in this close match if we were tied or maybe just up one that we could use that other goal?
I think a factor of the substitution as well, because like Silvetti can use some run. He had the yellow, and Silvetti's style seems to be very physical. Like he's not afraid to go shoulder to shoulder with a defender, with an offensive player. Like he's not scared of contact. And today he had two shoulder to shoulder hits, which I thought were just fouls. Like yes, there were fouls, but I thought that was about it. But after the second one, they pulled the yellow card, and I'm like, okay, this is a little quick trigger with the yellows again for Silvetti. But I like that. We got to show a little bit of toughness because that's
absolutely.
what teams tend to do with us. They try to bully us because they think that we're divas or whatever. It's nice that these young guys are playing with a chip on their shoulder.
He got a yellow last match too, no?
Immediately. Almost immediately.
As soon as he came in, he got a yellow. Yeah, so yeah, that's two.
And it was again but it was. I saw somebody in the Discord say that he must be rooming with Toto Aviles with the way he's accumulating.
No, but the last game wasn't bad.
No, this one wasn't bad either. That's what I'm saying. That there's yellows and there's yellows. Like I'm okay with what I saw today. It's a soft yellow. You wish he wasn't. They didn't pull the yellow on him, but I'm not crushing him for those. What we've seen from Toto, where he just sideswipes guys and doesn't play with any awareness, or he's playing on a yellow and he's still playing reckless, or even what we saw from honestly Alba the last few matches, just picking up a nonsensical yellow for just arguing. Like he's gonna end up sitting one of these matches because of these yellow card accumulations that are completely
so annoying,
unrelated.
Man.
They're unrelated to the play. It's just either time wasting or yelling.
2 games in a row where it was just not necessary.
Yep.
And he's way better than anyone else that we have at that there. You know what I'm
saying? Definitely, yeah. Allen's serviceable, but yeah, missing him, everything that he does, you can't miss him. But so let's go to the second goal. Second goal was another beauty. Busquets paid Messi back for his beautiful pass to Baltasar, and Busi laid a beautiful lead pass to Messi right down the middle. Again, it was almost identical, and Messi just did his thing, outran everybody, outboxed everybody, and was able to basically just do a little scary Larry, like we like to call it.
Scary Larry, right? Chippy. Yep.
Beautiful.
Yeah. It's Messi.
Another play where my father-in-law was like, this guy, he's still doing this, and I was like, yeah, he's basically your age. He's like, no way. I was like, yeah, basically. Look how much more. Look how out there he is. This guy is running everywhere.
And then you look at him, you're like, and look at you on the couch. Disgraceful.
That was a good. That was a good fun time. But yeah, it was just which is what we want. This is what happens when we win. We have fun.
Yeah,
You know,
Yeah.
these last
We're
few
not-
games have been miserable, man.
This was
We're
just
not just-
delightful. This
yeah,
was just a delightfful watch.
we're
Oh
not
my
just sitting
God.
there pissed that we're losing 3-0, right?
It's the worst.
Or in the stands losing 3-0. Right, Dave?
Going to the third. Going to the third goal.
So third goal was Luis Suarez's
The penalty.
penalty take. Yeah, I forgot
got
exactly
something to
what
say
happened there.
about that
I know Rodrigo de Paul got fouled there in the box.
And Suarez with the
It
nice
was
interplay with him.
yeah, it was a beautiful little like not backhanded, but it was a little backwards pass to to Rodrigo de Paul, and obviously he couldn't get it because he got fouled. And obviously they gave that pen to Suarez. Suarez had a really nice pen take. Actually, it was a freaking rocket to the I think like the bottom left was it, and it was absolutely beautiful. You know,
He put.
go.
I say he put all the anger that he's been holding in from that Seattle match
Yeah.
and just blasted it. It was beautiful, and the goalkeeper guessed right. He guessed to his left, and Suarez went to the goalkeeper's right. It was really pretty.
Yeah, it was perfect. It was perfect. So that was beautiful. And then the last one.
Wait. But I would like to. The Gaming Gecko had said something about I choose to believe Messi chose not to take the penalty because he knew he'd score again and didn't want a hat trick. Braceman strikes again. I think it was a little bit of Gaming Gecko. I don't think it had much to do with that as much as I don't think he really cares about having a hat trick as much as uplifting his teammates. For example, Suarez just coming back from getting suspended, right? He wants to lift him up a little bit. He wants to. We are a way better Inter Miami when this guy is actually, where when we have a good Suarez. Bottom line, when we have a good Suarez, David said it many times. It's one of those things where we need a good number 9.
Yeah, and David Ty says that up to that point in the penalty, Suarez was pretty bad. I agree. Like you saw many times where he was, again, he hasn't been playing. He should still be practicing with the team, but he seemed disconnected with everybody. He was dummying passes, and there was nobody waiting for them on the other side. He was making passes to nobody. It's just, and also the one header chance that he had on a corner, which the ball got to him, and he seemed completely unprepared for it. So I'm gonna give him a pass because he hasn't played, but yeah, I remember I messaged in Discord. I was like, okay, it was like the 30th minute. I'm like, okay, I'm over Suarez. Like I don't miss like I'm fine with him coming off. I don't need to see him anymore. But then you take Suarez off, and you're probably getting Allende. So it's like whatever. But no, I mean,
which we talked about in the last part. I feel didn't we? Like where I literally said I was like,
yeah, it's like what do you do? Like
at this point, I'd rather have. We saw what Allende. We've seen what Allende does, and we saw what Allende did playing that position in the last match, and it wasn't pretty. So, or the last couple matches,
Allende brings nothing but speed.
Yeah.
He brings verticality, but Suarez does, on occasion, make the nice pass. Like at least his mistakes are trying to create for others. More often than not, he's trying to do the right thing. Whereas Allende is just his mistake is he just doesn't know what to do with his feet. And that's a problem for
he
soccer
trips
players.
over the ball like he did at one point. He hits the ball over the second deck. He just just completely turns it over. More often than that, it's a bad thing.
All right, goal number 4.
And goal number 4 was the GOAT again. Lionel Messi scores his brace for the match. Braceman does it again. If I remember correctly, I believe it was Chelo with an interception and a pass to Messi. Guys, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't remember that much.
I was just coming back from the bathroom. I just came back and I just saw him kick it in. I was like,
yeah, I think it was Chelo because it came from the right back position, if I'm not mistaken. So pass to Messi. Messi just outran everybody. He made the defender look like a fool. He kind of, not a stutter step, but he kind of slowed down a little bit to make the defender think that he was going to go around, but he just blew by him and just kicked it to the far post, if I'm not mistaken. So awesome play again. Messi magic. We don't expect anything less at this point. And he got his brace.
So. And that was right after Allende screwed up his chance.
That was right after.
So we were like, oh, we could have had 4, and then we're like, oh, we have
4. And I was trying to see. I want to say it was. I was trying to look it up real quick. I want to say it was Cello, but we'll look it up in a little bit. But maybe we should get into our.
Sometimes may be good, sometimes may be shit.
And now it's time for Jose's most and least of the match, presented by SofaScore.
All right, guys, it's your favorite time. It's when Jose takes over the podcast and just makes it his own, and it's just his own segment. This is what everybody waits for every single time. So least of the match, who do you guys got? If it's wrong, I'm saying wrong and booing you off the stage.
Wrong and moving on. I'm gonna say who I think is least of the match. I don't agree that he was the worst, but I'm gonna go with what I think SofaScore believes. And I like what I saw from him today, but I believe that Silvetti probably had a pretty low score.
It's a good guess.
Yeah, because he had the yellow card, he had some fouls, he didn't contribute to anything on the attack. He had some shots, which is nice, but I think that having the yellow, getting subbed off, that's too much to overcome for an attacking piece.
Yeah, that's a good guess.
My least of the match is Julio and Henry Manuel for missing the match. Guys, I was not well, missed the match, checked the results, and I was relieved. I'm happy you were relieved, Henry, and it was a very clinical performance. We enjoyed it thoroughly. And if you want, play it back. It'll probably make you feel better. As for Julio, it's not going to make him feel better because his AC bill is going to be over $1,000. So there's no reason to feel better. Go ahead, but what's your least of the match, Chris?
My least of the match, I'm going to give it to. Man, it's hard to give it to a defender because it's a clean sheet. But I keep thinking of those missed chances that they had. I want to go ahead and give it to.
Oh my God!
Let's go with Falcon.
It's an SAT question, Chris. Let's go.
It is an SAT question.
And can I give an honorable? Can I give an honorable mention? Yeah. Can I give an honorable mention?
No, red card, Chris. That was wrong. You're totally off.
I think Ian Frey also probably had a low score because I saw him what I saw him do in the attack was
we're not
weird.
Doing this. You already made your pick.
I know, but I'm just saying Chris had such a bad decision that I want to go with another guy.
You know what? I'll allow it. Go ahead.
So I'm gonna go with Ian Frey because what he normally brings in the attack, I didn't see it in this one. I saw him drifting to the midfield a few times, which kind of condensed the attack, and then I didn't see him
confused everybody.
I didn't see, and it kind of ruined a lot of the plays that he found himself in that spot. And then again, he was subbed off, and that tends to hurt your score as well. So I'm gonna, and then you have Cello doing something good when he comes in for you, so that makes you look even worse. Yeah.
Cello actually had a 7.5 rating.
No,
he gets the short time that he was in.
Yeah, assist. He played decent defense when he was in.
Yeah. That's what I thought when I saw him come in. I was like, man, we should get this. Just have Cello come in late in the second half and just dominate on defense, and I'll be very, very happy with that player in that role.
Not a bad.
I just don't want him bombing forward and looking like an idiot.
I can't. You don't know. You have no idea. There's nothing. You roll the dice, and there's not much you can do there.
All right, let's see it, Jose. Give it to us.
Chris was totally wrong. Dave was right on every account. It's crazy. Silvetti 6.6, and that's with a yellow card, Dave. So I wonder if he didn't have that yellow card, maybe he would have been rated better.
No, he played well. I mean, right out the gates. I didn't
think he played that bad.
Right out the gates, him and Baltasar crossed one in, and Silvetti had a really nice strike on it. He didn't hit it perfectly, but again, gets it on frame. How many times have we said we don't even get shots on goal, and this guy immediately comes in and starts doing that? Like, that's fine. Eventually, the dam's going to break, and look at today, 4-0.
Correct. Yep, correct. It's not just completely obliterated the opponent. It was so nice to see. I feel like we've been on the wrong end of these more often than not the last few weeks, and just so glad that everybody was able to get it going.
So you said he was 7.6, and that was one of the lowest.
6 points. No, he was a 6.6. That was with the yellow. So maybe with I don't know how much they ding you for a yellow card, but maybe it would have been over 7. Ian Frey was at 7. Falcon, not even one of the lowest ones. I think
defense played well.
Everybody not named Busi and Messi had a worse grade than Falcon. I think you just remember that one play that he looked completely
Did you just ruin best of the match?
He did just ruin best of the match, but
you're right.
I had no real reason to
That's obvious, right? That's pretty obvious, no?
I like the way that everyone played, so it was difficult, especially after the Silvetti pick that David did. It was hard for me to really choose somebody. I picked it because we did have a few chances that should have gone in, or they had a few chances that should have gone in. So that's why I picked it. But I thought the defense played.
Remember that one play that it was just him and it just happened to trickle off to the right, but
Yeah,
my lord, he looked dumb.
But here's the thing with Falcon and why he probably got a very good score is he had some good one-on-one wins. He had some good sliding tackles. The thing that probably helped him the most was he had on a corner, he had a chance at scoring a goal. He put a shot on target.
true.
And that for a center back probably boosted his score like crazy on
That is true.
SofaScore.
Yeah, or he had Macarano screaming in his ear, telling him what to do, and that's what
He
happened.
couldn't hear. He couldn't hear because he had the hair over his ears.
All right, let's get the best
All
of the
right,
match.
so, well, but let me. So Jordi Alba has 7.1. He had a yellow card. You know, it wasn't really one of those crazy dominant Jordi Alba games.
Well, it's, again, they had him playing the back four. It wasn't like the last match,
Right.
where you had your
wing.
back pieces and Alba's floating up and moving up in the attack. This was not that formation. So yeah, this is a Jordi Alba match that we've seen all season, where he's kind of just every now and then involving himself in the attack, but he's not really a focal point in the attack.
Anybody else you guys thought had a bad game that you want to call out?
It's tough. It's tough. Other than the two guys I named,
Solid.
I couldn't really put my name on. I mean, obviously Allende didn't do anything, but
The fact that everyone else had, besides Cibetti, had a 7 or above is telling. You know, I mean, everyone had a really good game tonight.
It was dominant. We dominated them.
Yeah.
So then we'll go to the man of the match. Who do you guys have? Who's your big dog?
Messi.
Yeah, you have Messi with what did he have? 3 goal contributions, two goals and an assist. Should have had more. He could have had another goal. He could have had another assist. So like he's not only the best on our team, he's the best in the league. He's arguably the best in the world even at this age. So easy call with Messi, and I think we by process of elimination we figured out who the other top 2 players are.
Did he have a 10? He got a 10? No, bro. Did he have a 10 or rating?
I feel like
10?
he had a TED Talk today. I feel like the way he produced his just mastery on the pitch. It felt like
your hair. You didn't get the hair out of your ears. I said, did he have a 10?
Yeah, he had a 10.
Get your Falcon wig off. Your peluca.
All right, I'm going to choose. You already said it. Busi was the second one, which he played.
I wouldn't have guessed
great
it.
Match. That would have been my guess. Honestly, I thought he played really well.
Who?
But I'm going to say Baltasar.
Yeah, Baltasar has 7.3 and he had a goal, right? Pretty good. He and honestly our midfield in general had a pretty good game, other than Silvetti. Rodrigo De Paul had a 7.3. He's the one that created that penalty, right? It's funny. I was like, they gave Luis Suarez that goal, but I was like, why don't you just give it to the guy that caused it?
Well, because Suarez is a better penalty taker than De Paul.
I know.
Also,
we've
seen it time and time again. This is probably Suarez's last ride, and they just feel good about getting him on the scoreboard. And usually, like if we don't sub him off until he scores, and
they want to see him
get him on the board.
We were only up 2-0. We were only up 2-0 at the time. So
only.
Yeah.
All right, so we have it there. Messi with a perfect 10, Busi with an 8.6. Him and his assist, right? He had 1 assist.
He also had some very good plays on defense. Very good plays on defense. He made some sliding tackles that I was like, oh no!
At the midfield, yeah,
a few of them, and all of them worked.
Cleats up.
All of them worked. I was like, wow.
Yeah, guy was a maniac. And then we had Falcon at a 7.4, not least of the match at all. That's it. That's the segment.
Good stuff. Everybody gets a prize. Everyone did good. Good job.
Everybody, you knew it was gonna be good when Gomez had 4 goals. Our team saw that and they're like, we need to have 4 goals. We need to have 4 goals. Gomez is doing it. Gomez said dominate.
We dominated. Good for Gomez, man. I'm happy for that, man.
We had 2.32 xG. They had 0.93, which is funny, man. They did have opportunities. They
had that one corner, which I was so mad that the ball went over everybody, went far post, and they just had an unmarked guy completely waiting for it, and he had a perfect shot at goal. and it just hit Ustadi square in the chest, and I was like,
Yep.
wow. I know,
That,
and
that was a header, no?
I think it was a header, but it
Yeah.
bounced off of Ustadi.
Yeah.
Which is like, and then so I'm like, oh, here comes the ricochet goal. And no, it harmlessly just rolled away. I'm like, wow, that was a huge one. And then another one where they had a point blank one-on-one the goalkeeper, and it went off. I think it missed the post on the right completely.
Yeah.
And then they had a couple, I think they hit the post as well. So, you know what? It's about time that the ball starts bouncing our way, because how often do we see these flubs lead to the goals? And we've seen less dangerous chances lead to goals as well.
Hey, speaking of the ball bouncing our way, we got another pen. That's like what, the second or third one in the last couple weeks after seeing nothing all season.
We were due. This is all it is. It's the law of due.
That's right. It's one of Newton's laws, right?
I agree, David. Ty, the Bright was really the start of the second half. He stabilized the midfield. I feel like he always does that. The guy just comes in. He kind of he does have his city passes once in a while, but he had his game. Yeah, don't we all? But he did a great job today, just stabilizing us, playing better defense, just putting us on the right track. I love Bright, and it's a shame that the news that just came out. I don't know if it's official or not that he wants to not resign with us. Is that correct?
What I saw was that they asked him if he was resigning, and he said it's not a slam dunk, that he's not automatically going to say no, but he has had conversations, and he pointed out with Jordi Alba, and Alba was kind of mentoring him and saying that he believes that his style of play would translate to the European theater. So, I mean, if he has the opportunity to go play in Europe, I don't think that this club's going to stop him. I think that they want him.
You could resign and then just do it anyways, no?
I mean, sometimes it's easier to go on a free transfer than it is to be dealt with that in that way. Like, think about it. Why, if he knows that teams are interested in him and he's going to be a free agent, why do that?
Yeah.
I will say that is on us, because he's been very cheap for us.
Well, also we should have re-signed him last season, but
exactly
the team didn't identify him. Like, I think everybody in the stands, everybody watching on TV can see that he's one of the best young players that we had. And yet we were like, why isn't he starting? Like, this was for 2 years that we were clamoring for more Yannick Bright. And then yeah, it gets to this stage where now everybody knows about him. And then you see Gomez doing so well in Brighton, and that inadvertently probably props him up as well.
Yeah.
He can be he's our next guy that I see it makes sense.
And you got to be happy for these guys. Again, I know that it hurts us in the short term, but remember when we first started this podcast and we were saying, like, what are the goals for Inter Miami as a club? And it was, you have your major stars, but you want to be that pathway for these young guys who don't normally get this type of spotlight. And that's why we get some of these guys from South America. And now we're doing it with some local players as well. If we can elevate them and have them succeed elsewhere as well in some of these major leagues, I think that helps us in the long run as an organization. And you can't be too mad about that. Like, people were saying, oh, Gomez should have never left. I'm happy as hell he's succeeding in the Premier League. And, like, we should be very, very happy about those types of things. The MLS is where it is right now. And yes, the league needs to elevate, but we have to know our place in the ecosystem right now.
Yeah, it's true. Agreed.
And there's another rumor. I don't know if we're in the rumor part of the show, but I'm just going to keep going.
You just started it. Well, might as well just keep going.
You know what I'm saying? Another segment, rumor segment. David, TY, is the rumor true of Busquets retiring?
We don't know. I feel like everybody and their mother has said that this is probably his last season. But even he's been asked about it, and he said that this is something that he doesn't take lightly. It's not something that he feels is appropriate to talk about right now. He still needs to think about it. But if I were a gambling man, I would probably put a couple bucks on this is probably his last season.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, at the end of the day, we have to somehow we have to keep Rodrigo de Paul next season. So,
oh no, that's gonna happen.
No, but I'm saying Boosie takes up that DP spot that helps obviously keep De Paul. So, that's the easiest pathway, I guess you could say. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see what Boosie does. We love him here. Obviously, he's amazing. We saw what he does tonight. He just provides something that no one else could do. But hey, we'll see what happens.
So
We
Dave,
don't
your
know.
thought,
Final
your,
answer.
your thought is right now Boosie's going to leave. Suarez is going to retire as well.
Yeah, I think
And
that we're going to see.
and Bright's on his way out probably too.
Yeah, and also if you're going to keep adding to the rumor mill, there's another rumor out there that Messi has already agreed in principle, everything's figured out, and in the coming days or weeks that's going to get signed and be official. And apparently it's a lengthy deal. It's
2 years.
through I think through 2029 they were saying that there's options, and that's pretty impressive as well. That guarantees that this is his last spot. There's no chance of him going anywhere else because he'll be significantly up there. You're muted, Jose.
He can
Yeah, the
go on
rumor
loan.
is the rumor is 2 years, and I think an option at the end, and then obviously his team equity.
Right, which
so-
he already has that
Yeah.
right now. But what I saw as part of that was promises for changes in adding talent and the way this organization runs. So what I think that means, no, what that indicates is you're probably going to see a shift. Suarez is probably on the way out, Boosie's on the way out, and Jordi Alba re-upped. But those are two heavy hitters that are leaving. So I'm sure that Messi had sat down with them, and they're already formulating a plan and a vision for what they want to be in the near future.
Wait, but you're saying without Alba in that future?
No, Alba resigned.
Yeah, he's resigned. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I'm saying Alba will be there, but you're losing Busquets and Suarez. Granted, you have DePaul, but your identity for the last 3 years is going through a major shift.
And I'm gonna tell you what I like today. You have nights like today with Boosie, and it sucks because, bro, when he's good, he's great, man.
I mean, he's today was one of those matches where everything worked for him. He was making defenders look foolish, the ones trying to get the ball from him, and he's just playing with them.
He was feeling it.
Yeah, it's like he just had the ball on a string, and it was really, really nice to see. Defensively, he was feeling it. His passes were there for the most part, including a really nice assist. But the problem with this is with age, you don't get the consistent play, and we've seen it. We've seen some really
and that's why our team is so up and down ultimately.
Yeah. No, when you have all these young guys, your older players need to be stable, you know? So when you have your older players then flailing, it exacerbates some of the problems. And that's why sometimes these matches get away from us, is because we don't have the steady play outside of Messi. And when you have four guys crowding Messi, and then you don't have your older players who are supposed to stabilize things around them, and then more stress on the young guys, that's why those matches can tend to get away from you. So hopefully with Suarez gone and Busquets, we love him. We really like his play. But
definitely,
if you can get, again, a more stable player who's not as good, the highs aren't as high as his are, but you raise the level of the low, and that could help everybody around you.
Right.
And I think he's a Ring of Honor type player. Like, we don't have a Ring of Honor in Miami, but the day that they do start doing that, you know that he's going to be on there.
Oh, yeah.
Suarez too.
I guess.
For that 1 year, I mean,
he's amazing.
So I want to whip it around the league real quick because there was some action going on here. Whip it. So our 3 points.
Do you know the answer, Chris? Do you know the answer to what Henry Manuel said?
Did you just cut me off on my whipping around the league?
But before you whip it around, before you whip it out,
all right, what did Henry Manuel say?
Henry Manuel.
This guy loves the comments.
Henry's sick. Poor guy. Help him out.
Read his message. Oh my God.
I clicked the wrong. Guys, with two teams ending with the same points at the end, will goal differential be the deciding in the supporter shield?
Yeah, it's one of the tiebreakers.
Yeah. Okay, that was it.
All right, thank you.
But we're just gonna have more points than everybody. If we win all our matches, we don't have to worry about it.
That's right. So we got actually, if we win all our matches, we literally don't have to worry about it. Yeah. So right now with the 3 points today, I just want to repeat what you said. So with the 3 points today, we are back up in the top
if
four.
If we just win the rest of our matches,
Jose Jesus.
What is it?
We got Inter Miami at 55 points. We're still 2 games behind, mind you. 2 games behind everybody.
Two games in hand.
Yeah, 2 games in hand to everybody. So we're at 55 points. On top of us is Cincinnati with 58, and then Philly with 60. So we're 5 points behind the first place team with the 2 games in hand. And Supporters Shield is the same thing. Number 1 in Supporters Shield is Philly. We already said it, 60. Cincinnati, 58. We got San Diego and Vancouver ahead of us.
Vancouver
again.
with a huge goal differential lead, though.
Yes, but also Vancouver has played the same amount of games as us, 29. So we don't have a game in hand against them.
They're
So it
dangerous.
should be, that's
Mhm.
our biggest.
They've been
our
playing
biggest
lights
threat,
out.
but-
They've been playing lights out since they got Muller.
Miller. So yeah, I mean it's looking good, man.
Have you watched-
it's been a rough season with the tournaments and all that stuff, but we're still in the thick of it all here with Supporters
No, that's it.
Shield.
We're in the final stretch. Like the eyes on the prize. There's only one thing that we're looking at right now.
And we look good, honestly. Like I said, New York City is not a slouch team, and we look good tonight.
I'll tell you. Have you guys seen that Vancouver team?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what we just said.
No, but I don't know if you actually watched them.
No, I'm saying they've been playing lights out. They've been playing. They beat the pants off of somebody like it was 6-0 or something like that. It was crazy.
Yeah, they've been fun.
Yeah, they started the season super hot, and then the middle of the season they kind of slowed down, and now
They had some injuries.
they're back. Yeah, they're back on it.
They had a couple injuries, and then
Sounds like our
Thomas
season.
Muller came back and never looked back.
That sounds like our season, but we're not as hot as they are right now.
No, we haven't been on that tear. Like we've won a bunch of matches, but it's always been like by the skin of our teeth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right, guys. Anything else to add before we wrap this up?
Good.
Wrap it up.
Wrap it up. All right, y'all. Thank you for joining us. This is it's been fun. Nice 4-0 win against NYCFC tonight. So we appreciate you guys hanging out with us. Please like and subscribe if you haven't yet. See all of the links down below. What? What's going on here? See all the links down below, our merch store, our Patreon, all that good stuff, socials. And yeah, that's about it. See y'all next time.